What's up? Morning. Down there, that way, that's where I usually walk, going to the river. This way, we're going to the park. We're switching it up. So how you guys doing? Did anyone buy the lottery ticket? If you're in the States, $1.5 billion, $1.2 billion. I'd buy it. I wouldn't have bought it, but since it's on the news and every 3 seconds they're like, 1.2 billion. I'm like, I might as well, if you don't play. My dad, he likes to watch the lottery. He has 3 numbers he's always buys, but he doesn't always buy. Oh, he has 3 numbers that he would buy if he bought them, but he doesn't buy them, and he still watches to see if he would have won. Yeah, but I didn't win. Actually, if I won, I wouldn't tell anyone because that's a 1.2 billion bullseye on your back. You know, like last night I was walking and I saw some young person, get a little too close. Like he came across the street and he was like getting like, and I'm on my fight or flight, but he was just so in my space. It was weird. So I was just like, all right. Doing a quick check of what's I got my wallet, credit cards, phone, but I ain't got nothing else. So I'm all running some, all right, there's some people here, witnesses, but they might be on the side like, shh. But just imagine, that's the guy that won the 1.2 billion. Man. So I was researching it. It seems like in some states you could be anonymous, but other states, they just put that shit on blast. For what purpose? I mean, some people, hey, look at me. But definitely. Shit, I'd have to, cause I want a Tesla. Why the hell not? I want one. But I saw people were like scratching up Teslas just because they don't got, like, someone's like walking to the store and they're like, fuck that motherfucker, they got a Tesla, and they like key it or kick it or whatever. But anyway, I didn't win. But again, I wouldn't tell you if I won. But yeah. So a whole bunch of stuff, man, which I always seem to forget once I push record. I also forget it like when I'm like talking to people, like like I just don't remember. It's weird. But let's see here. Yesterday, this analogy came to my mind, or metaphor. I forget. Metaphor. I guess metaphor. What I'm going through, moving back to the States and all that, it'd be like if an angel lost their wings. That's what I was thinking. So no one, unless you had wings, you wouldn't know what it's like to be able to fly and then walk. So even if you're like, don't worry, it'll get better. No, it won't unless you're going to grow wings. I don't know if that's a good analogy. So that was also pairing it with, it'd be like if a woman lost the ability to have babies. And someone's like, it'll get better. No, it won't. You can't have babies anymore. But then I'm like, should I compare those two together since they're not the same? And someone could easily say, that's different because one is kind of abstract. But yeah, that's what it feels like. Like nothing really compares. I mean, you know, I'm walking, talking, but it's not the same. Although this is pretty close right here. It's quiet, nature, smells nice. I might see some random creature. But yeah, in general. I got a job. Oh, I got an interview. I was hired. It's a teaching job. I think I mentioned it, maybe. But I'm not sure how it's going to work out because I don't know, but it's a teaching job. Teach people how to read that are struggling. So that's happening. That's kind of, I don't know if it's, I'm not going to get into all that. Just, I got a job and we're going to do some like training next week. And I should get a pay. Oh, I should get the paperwork, or I should get into the system where I'll get paid to take care of my dad. That should be like the beginning of August. So that's good, man. Because this past 3-4 months, wow. I have never been so broke. But even though because remember, I was working in Japan. I had 2 jobs. I was making bank, relatively speaking. I wasn't in 6-figure territory, but I was comfortable. I had money in my pocket, bills paid, and I could buy my toys, flying drones and all that. And now, being here, can't do shit. But I survived. So yeah, pretty good. Box of chocolate chips. Life is like a box of Life is like a box of chocolate chip cookies. You want the bag. Yeah. Sometimes life crumbles. Yeah. Sometimes you got a chip on it. Yeah. But yeah, so the other day, the store guy gave me a box of chocolate chip cookies, because I always buy them when I go to his store. And I knew if I walk home with that box, I'm gonna eat that shit. And there was 18 packs in there. I'm down to 3. So I'm averaging maybe 4 a day. And I feel bad. But then I go to the gym and I work extra hard. But I know me. I know. I knew that's what would happen. So I just have no inhibitions when it comes to shit. I have no inhibitions when it comes to shit I like. I used to, like back in the day, my mom would buy me cookies. She used to buy me cookies right up until I think the last time I came home, she's like, "Do you want some cookies?" I'm like, "Nah, ma. If I want cookies, I'll buy them myself." But I used to eat they used to last 2 weeks. Or maybe my mind is rearranged. But well, one is because my mom would yell at me. She'd be like, "Did you eat all them cookies?" But they used to last a while. Now, if I buy a bag of cookies, they're gone. But yeah, I know me. I know how I am. So when people be trying to get me to do addictive shit, and I calmly say, "Nah, I couldn't handle it." And they're looking at me like, "What do you mean you can't handle it? It's just this." Like drinking, smoking, gambling, all those things. They're legal, right? Even though illegal shit is semi-illegal if you don't get caught, right? And I'm just I know me. I know that, right? I could imagine, I'm pretty sure, if I drank or if I was drinking, me being home, I probably would have drank my sorrows away. Because it's so easy. I take a drink, life, shit gets all fuzzy. And I see this. But yeah, man, it's a quick way to go from rock bottom to whatever's below rock bottom. So I avoid all that shit. It's been working out. Even dating can fall into this category. I remember, you get into these arguments with your girlfriend and it just turns into some bullshit. Maybe you're in the wrong. Maybe they're in the wrong. Maybe two wrongs make a right, or whatever. But yeah, man, one time I got in a fight in Japan, right? I don't know what we were fighting about anymore, but it was a big fight. And I had a job, another part-time job lined up. And for that summer, my mind was fried. I could not focus because this fight I had with such and such. But but there's positive to everything. A drink here is not going to kill you. Get you loosened up so you could be more sociable. I see that. I don't know the benefits of smoking, but I heard it calms you down. I guess we need to be calm. Dating is not evil. Find the right person. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm addicted to music and reading books. Which, if I put it that way, it's like, oh, wow, you're such a... But no. I buy too many apps. Get a whole bunch of books I never read. Watch a lot of tutorial videos. But I know me, so I'm getting a little better. But speaking of tutorial videos, my skills have multiplied tenfold, or at least it got back to where I used to be. Because back in the day, I used to work on in After Effects. I'm talking college, 2004 or 3. I was doing chroma keys. I was doing the splitting. If you know me, like if you know Ryman or Manifesto, you know the videos I used to make. The renders were crazy, man. I would like work on some effects, and then I have to render at nighttime, and then wake up to see that shit, I spelled it wrong, and have to render again. But, and at that point, I was like, shit, I want to know Maya, Bryce, Toon Boom, like all that shit was exciting. It's just computer processing was not that powerful, and I like keyframing or like onion one frame. That is so slow, especially the way that I work. Freestyle, I just want that shit done. But now the motion on my Apple, I'm getting real-time renders. You can stick it in draft. So, but the effect I'm trying to perfect is the old school. You're in a car and the background is moving, and you're sitting in the car and it looks like you're driving along. It's a cheesy effect. So that's one of the effects. I want to do something where when I make the beats, the audio affects the video, which is pretty easy. I know how to do that. But to take it to the next level, if you separate your track, because they usually just focus on a part of the track that you use to modulate some effect. But if you just separate the track into the different parts, it'd be much easier. Anyway, so you'll see these effects when they come to be. Last night I had the bottle drop. This was sponsored by Deer Park Water. It's 100% natural spring water, but don't tell my dad. He believes all water comes from New Jersey. Shout out to all the people from New Jersey. But shit, bottle dropping and my mind is gone. Oh yeah, last night I had my, I don't know what you call these. They're not battles. Got a little sample. The guy, yeah, buddying, but the camera's facing me. Okay. But I guess I should have it this way. Maybe he'll come back, get his 10 seconds of fame. But I posted a video that I worked on. I mean, the beat making part, that's what I do. Freestyle on it, that's what I do. And even the video effects, I'm really nice at the collage type style to the beat. Visual editing, not an issue. But the one effect that I added was I got a TV set. I took a video of someone on a TV watching TV. I cropped out the screen and I put a video behind it. And when the video starts, I have the camera pull into the screen. And then I had some high school cheerleader group dancing to my beat. And then it switches into a second one of somebody break dancing to my beat. And then I'm floating around with my head. And then it goes into a Sailor Moon cartoon rotating. So it's kind of like everything I learned the past week or so into this video. And when it played, the host was like, fuck. He's like, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Like, that's an honest, there's some honest reactions you get. Like when musicians or artists make a face like the stank face, and you know you on something. When musicians or beat makers start bobbing their head, you on something. And when someone's first response is fuck, shit. So yeah, it's nice. I need that. Maybe I'm addicted to that, because I don't get that in IRL. Like I couldn't run downstairs like, Dad, look at this thing I just did. 3 things would happen. He would say, where are the women? I said, there's no women here. Why not? Because I'm sitting in my room. Why would any... Second thing, he might mention growing up, he didn't have the opportunity to make videos. My dad's 88, 89. So, yeah, that makes sense. Why would you have an iPhone, an iPad, and a Mac in 1933? Clearly, that makes sense. And then the last part, I don't know, by that time I'm tuning out, because all I wanted to do is show him this cool effect that I made. And now I'm getting lectures about things. Look at this. I'm not gonna bother him. But it was this looking butterfly moth thing. So yeah, man, I don't get enough of that kind of big up. Plus it's a community, so you know, everyone's kind of watching like, yeah, that's dope, nice, good job, and all that. And it just makes me wanna get better. I think that's how everyone is. Like I remember, but I don't really remember, but people who were like drinking and they're like chug, 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 and then you chug and they're like, yeah, like you get rewarded if you are following what's going on. But if you don't get like, so if you didn't get rewarded for something, like you could do it, do whatever you want. But if no one is like giving you a pat on the back, how long will you keep doing it? And I could test them. Well, this is testable. But I can speak from experience, but like the whole YouTube or making something, I've seen so many people start off like, hey, yeah, I could do what you do, make a video. And then, you know, you come along and you're like, so you still making those videos? And they're just like, no, you know. But what they're saying is they didn't get views, they didn't get liked. And I know that feeling. Like, I'm up to 202 on my other channel. But for the longest, it sat at 10. And I even had one guy who's just like, yo, I'm going to be here to support you. I'm your first. Because I think he was just being extra supportive, which I needed. Because again, I didn't like post links, I didn't like share it. So it'd be truly organic. Although the other day, I think I mentioned this, I started getting a bunch of, I must have got like 25, 50, 25, 30 subscribers within like a week. Which was really cool, like, oh shit. But then when I started to click on the links of the subscribers, they had no history. It was just like one video And then, like, I think they're bots. But it's crazy because who does that? Now, back in the day, someone did that. We were working together, and they put my video that we worked together on some, I don't know what it is called, but basically everyone who came to the video is like, I don't know why you email me, but this video is pretty cool. Or, why the fuck you emailing me this? Leave me alone. I'm like, but I didn't email you. And then one day I got an email, or I got this email from the person I was working with. And it was just like, hey man, so I click the link this is way back in the day, before you don't click links. But I click on it, and it brings me to like a sales page. Hey, if you are interested. I was like, what the fuck? And then I remember saying something to him, and he's just like, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, and I want my success to be built on truth and integrity. But, you know, that doesn't really work. You know, like this is the demon I wrestle with. Truth, honesty, integrity, and all that bullshit. Yeah, it keeps me from tossing and turning at night, but I don't think people who are doing illegal shit are tossing and turning. And I don't think that, you know, well, one day they're going to get theirs. I'm not sure about that. Like, if someone is doing their dirt, and they live to be 97 years old, and then they die, you believe that, and they don't believe in your religion or your faith. So in your mind, you're thinking, well, when they go to my faith, they're going to get there. But what if they have their own faith? And in their faith, they're going to get 50 virgins, and live in Valhalla. I'm mixing them all up. But if that's their faith, at what point are they going to get? Now, they might get, they die, they wake up, and like, shit, I was just reincarnated. That sucks. Where's my 40, 50 virgins? But I don't know if they would have insight or remembrance of their past life. So yeah, I can't say that people are going to get theirs. We got one life, right? One certain life. We got this right. To quote a philosopher, we only got one life to live. Chance to blow. The opportunity comes once in a lifetime. But that's not true either. Cliches. We get many opportunities and chances. I guess if he would have said it accurately, you only get one chance with that person at that time, at that moment, to blow. The opportunity might not but that'd be a pretty long hook, and the momentum would be gone. But because you know how some people be like, yeah, man, you know, explain their story. They'd be like, I just lost my job, and then I was just kind of blah 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 blah, and then they end with, and then I met Mary, and Mary's been the love of my life. She gave me 3 wonderful children. You know, everything always works out. No, they don't. That happened to work out, and everyone's happy for you, but I'm pretty sure at that point you weren't thinking about Mary or thinking about shit. But I think we humans just need something to hold on to. Like right now I'm holding on to my music. I'm holding on to my way of thinking. Because if I succumbed to other people's thinking, I don't think I could survive. Like I'm matter of fact about things. So there's no, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Because that's a lot of, what's there to believe? I'm here. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. And there's no one here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe people don't walk in. Why would I think that? Why do I care what other people are doing? I'm here. And it's quiet. Except for me. So maybe someone's like, shut the hell up. But yeah, so I'm holding on to that. I'm not necessarily holding on to things will get better. I don't see that. I think I will get better, but I don't think the situation will get better. Such as, so yesterday my dad has a caseworker for the program he's in. I said, hi, Matt. Hi, Matt. That's how she talks. Hi, Matt. I say, hey. So I'm still not used to the phone. Because in Japan, if my phone rang, which it never really did, it would be work. And they're trying to yell at me about something. That's the only time my phone rang. I didn't really ever get a call like, Sumimasen, Tanaka-san? Ah, Chigai. Wrong number. That doesn't happen. And if it did happen, it'd just be like, Tanaka-san. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Oh, click. But now I'm getting all these types of, I get the automated ones. Hi there. I'm like, hey, I'm so glad I got you at this time. Oh, that's cool. I'm talking to this robot. And he's like, so let me tell you about this interesting program we have. I'm like, oh, wait, can you repeat that? And he's like, hey, friend. Shit, it's a robot. I get the gas one. Hi. Can I have your bill information so I can lower your costs? I'm like, what's your name? Like, my name is Lisa. I'm like, hey, Lisa. I'm getting just all these random calls. And so now when I pick up the phone, it's just a kind of flat hello. Because it might be someone of importance. Hello. So Chloe calls. Well, that's her name. But hey. But she calls and says, hey, Matt. And I'm like, hello. Like, hey. And she's like, how's your dad doing? And I'm thinking, how can I explain how my dad is doing? And she's just like, are you there? Is everything okay? Is there anything you need to talk about? And I'm just like, how to explain? And I said, is everything okay? And I'm just, shit. So I say, oh, well, my dad, it's hot. But how do I explain that? Yeah, he's in the program and whatever, but he's still not happy. His wife is dead. His son, me, we don't have meaningful conversations. So we just sit in this big house. Not a big house, like the big house, but we're in the house and we're just existing. He sits alone in the garden talking to the garden, and I sit in my room making beats. It is depressing. He watches politics and religion and game shows and yells at people for losing their money. You know, all of this is just, and then, you know, it's hot. And we got these stupid flies, which I got the spray, which I be killing them. Yesterday, I sprayed a fly, right? And he kamikazed me. He freaking flew right into my forehead. I will get you, Pop. And he falls down on the ground. Like, what? What kind of flies are these, man? I got ninja flies, the ones that I put them, I block them inside the window. And I just watch them, and then I turn around and they're gone. But yeah, so how do I sum up all that for this caseworker? Because this is the reality. So I drop, you know, he's okay. He's like, okay, if you have any issues. It's just, but yeah. And then my job person, they call like, hello, man, speak to Matt. Because I don't know the number yet. So I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey, Matt, it's for the, like, oh, hey. I don't know, because it's going to be an online thing, and I'm not shaving. I already got the job. In Japan, they used to, you had to, like, show your face. You had to, like, paste your picture on the resume, which is illegal, right? But it's Japan. We're going to go down here for a second. I saw this thing where people are walking down, like, a little hill, and they kept slipping. And the crowd was like, yeah! So people were walking to slip to get the crowd's appreciation. As if, well, maybe that's the only way down. But you think I would be doing that shit? But yeah, man. Yeah, look at me. Swings. Who remembers the Inside Out Boy, Nickelodeon? I think it was Doug. At least around Doug Funny Times. There was a time in Japan, right? I met up with this person, and we went to, I think, what were we doing? I invited her to go to the club. That shit's annoying. I invited her to go to the club in Roppongi. I met her at a show, and we talking, and eventually, she comes out to meet me. We go to Roppongi, go to the club, and she's like, I don't want to go to the club. She never been to the club. A lot of people in Japan I met haven't been to the club. I would always take them out there. Anyway, so she's like, whatever. So we're just walking around, and we stop at a little park with a little swing. And we sitting there swinging on the park. And then one thing led to another. And, yeah. Good times. Well, actually, it wasn't good times, because, yeah. But, yeah. But, let's see here. Where was I? So answering the phones is weird for me. And, music. I made a video down here because I could. I don't think I ever watched a game. My nephew plays football. So I gotta go out there and support my nephew. Watch him play. I don't know if I talked about this, because I can't keep track. But uncleism. I have how many uncles do I have? Maybe 4 uncles, 4 aunts. In the area, I had 2 aunts, 3 uncles, and I never saw them. It wasn't like on Christmas they came to the house. It wasn't like, I might have seen them at church, and I might have been dragged to their house. Jamaicans play dominoes, right? So my dad would bring me to his brother's house, and they would play dominoes. I didn't play dominoes. I can't really tell you what I did for, I think I watched TV. I walked around, just kept to myself. And this is, I don't know if it's interesting, but it's interesting. As long as I can remember, it wasn't like, I was talking about uncle-isms, but I don't like the sound of that. Why? I feel like something is getting ready to crawl on me. But it wasn't like I was sitting in the room with my dad regaling in stories of whatever. Because back then, they would be talking about the good old days, but they weren't. It's kind of like Trump. He wants to make America great again. But at what point was America great? Well, for who was America great for? I'm pretty sure at some point it was great for some people. I don't think people who were looking like me are having a great time, picking cotton. But even when people used to say to me, man, I wish we can go back to when we were young. For what? We spent all that time wishing we could be older. Like, it's I think if you're young, right? I don't know how young people be watching me, but if you're young, find the truth and the beauty in your moment right now. Live it. High school, college, just live that moment, because it's gone. Like, once it's gone, it's gone. And then, so if you're alone and single, find some shit to do. Work out, live. Because once you get a little girl or boyfriend, woman or boyfriend, you're gonna have other issues. Like, I got all the time in the world, so I'm spending this time right now working on music and graphics and exercising, because there may come a time when I can't do those things. There may come a time when, I gotta check something real quick. All right, we're good. Because if this was on, the audio would have been coming from the headphones, and it would sound like shit. But yeah, there'll come a time when you can't do the shit you can. Like in my case, at some point in time, my dad probably is gonna need more care, where I need to be closer to the house, so I won't be able to leave, which is gonna be really annoying. But I'll still do my music when I can and whatever. But yeah, you gotta appreciate that moment. I'm preaching now, right there. I'm preaching to the choir, people sitting in the audience. One day I'll be giving TED Talks. So the chairs there. I'm like, listen, you know my story, man. I'm practicing that right now. You know my story, man. I came from nothing. It wasn't like I was on top of the world. You saw what happened when I came back home from Japan. I ain't get no love from nobody. I'm out here. I was suffering. But you know what I did? I kept my head down and I kept working. I kept doing the things that was uniquely me. And then the opportunity came about, and I took it. And now look at you guys in the seats. Look at you. You're here to see me talk about my thing, but I want to talk about something before that moment, that time in my life when I was on rock bottom. People weren't kicking me per se, but they were kicking the rocks, and the rocks were hitting me. Like, I can't wait to give that speech. Valedictorian, what do you call it? The people who give speeches at the graduations. Because I want to do that, because I'm on some other shit. I'm not going to tell you, study hard and everything will come to you. When I graduated from MBA, I wanted to give the speech. And I gave, the idea came to me. I should write it down just for the hell of it. But the idea came to me, and I kind of fleshed it out. So basically, right, I was going to use I got to research it. Is it a metaphor or an analogy? I don't know. I don't want to call it a metaphor because it starts with an M. But basically, it went like this. It was, when we came to this business school, we were on a journey similar to Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. And in The Wizard of Oz, she had 3 friends. She had the Scarecrow, who was looking for a brain. And like that, we were looking for education, like a brain. And there was a Tin Man who was looking for a heart. And in a similar way, we were looking for the courage. We were looking for the heart, for the love, ambition. And then we met the lion. And in the same way, we were looking for courage to go out there and be better businessmen. And we came together, we formed a bond, and we fought against obstacles like flying monkeys, like all-night study sessions, and et cetera, et cetera. And then finally, we came to the end of the yellow brick road, and we got a piece of paper from the wizard, only to find out that all along we had the brains to do this ourselves and the courage to stand up and make a business, because we don't need a piece of paper to do those things. It's gonna be. And then we find out that the wizard has been a fraud the whole time, because he knew. So my friends and fellow students, yes, we have this piece of paper, but no, you always had it. That's a great speech. I would have fleshed it out and got the timing right. But they went with another guy, and this is what he said. MBA made me, and tears are coming out. And I talked to this guy on the side one time. We're talking, and he's just like, yeah, fuck this school, man. They don't try. But now he's up there, oh, man. But this is life, man. My speech would have been, man, yeah. But, So yeah, I'm looking forward to when people are going to pay me to give speeches, so I could get, because they're paying me. Like I saw 50 Cent got some deal or something, right? So he could do whatever he's doing. So at some point, it doesn't matter what you did before, as long as basically, right? In my opinion, if you could sell something, then people are gonna come support whatever you do. I can't sell anything, so no, I can't say. What I'm selling, people don't want. I can't say that either. What I'm doing at this particular moment is hard to sell, so people have a hard time categorizing what it is and getting on board with it. I think that makes it sound a little better. So I'm not going to be getting a lot of traction in this state, this thing right here. But I'll figure it out. And then when I do figure it out, they'll start coming, and then that's like, yeah, I don't need your help now. Where were you like 6 months ago? Which will be a great feeling, because then you'd be like, yeah, I don't need your help. Whatever, be gone. But yeah. Where are we at here? We're at it's just internal, man. Like I just know when I talk for 40 minutes. So we have 40 minutes. We're gonna end it here. Actually, we're not gonna end it here. So I saw this video where it said vlogging is dead. And I was like, I guess. But you know how they always say shit is dead. I think what they're saying, I didn't watch it because I want to watch. I don't watch videos that are like that. Like there was a video that says, after 40, your life is over. Why would I watch that? Like that's really going to put any positive seeds in my being? You got to avoid that. You don't search out negativity. But here's a wildlife over here. What kind of wildlife do we have? We have a brown nose rabbit of the, like I know that shit, but we got a rabbit. But he was saying vlogging is dead. People don't want to watch people talk about their lives anymore. And I guess, and I didn't watch it, but I don't think they took this angle. Or maybe they did, I don't know. But basically, in my opinion, when nobody had the ability to make videos, the few that did, you know, people would watch them. When there was like one millionaire, one person who somehow figured out how to make $1 million. But now it's like infinite, you know? Like I found a video of someone in some country in Africa, and she would just like make responses to people's stupid questions. So I heard in Africa that they don't have water, and she'd be like, we don't have water? And she'd go walk over to like her faucet. But you know, at one point, how would anyone really know? Because there wouldn't be anyone like showing. Or there's another person, she's blind, and she's just like, she'll put the questions like, so how do you wipe your ass, or how do you go to the bathroom? And she's like, toilet paper, and you don't need eyes. But yeah, you get all this. I found another one. I think she has, I don't know what she has. Maybe cerebral palsy. I don't know. But it's difficult for her to walk. But she's just like making videos of her walking. But yeah, you get all these like niche kind of things where what I'm doing, you'd have to know me. I can't imagine someone. I gotta check real quick because I don't think I had a new subscriber in the past like 4 years, 5 years. I'll check, but I'm pretty sure that number has, because the number doesn't grow. It's like decreasing. Every day someone's like, fuck that shit, I'm out. But that makes sense because people got, my shit sucks, but there's infinite versions of suckage. Like there's someone out there who just lost their Lamborghini. He is feeling really sucky right now. I think he'd be interesting. He's all like, Ma, I don't know how he sounds. Maybe he's like, Ma. I don't know, but he's just like really upset that he lost his Lamborghini. Now he has to drive the Ferrari. So yeah, we all got our we all got our issues and shit. But yeah, to wrap it up, enjoy your moment, enjoy your now, enjoy it, because whatever it is, you can't get it back. Time you can't get back. So you gotta enjoy the now, and you know, separate. At least that's what I do. Try to do. And now I'm gonna enjoy some music and walking back in this beautiful day. It's really nice, even though it's summertime. You remember when Will Smith made that song? He was the man, homie. And now he's apologizing. But I mean, he's rich. Like, rich people problems. Someone's like, you better apologize, man, because, you know, you got a 37% popularity vote, and they're waiting for an apology. And then Chris Rock's camp's like, yo, don't accept that shit, man. Keep him out there, man, till your time, till Netflix comes along. And like, it's a business thing. We don't know what's going behind the doors. But yeah, enjoy your summer. I know a lot of places are hotter than this, floods and all that shit. But you know, I hope you guys are doing good. And look at this bird. It's a nice bird. It had yellow wings on the bottom. I bet that bird don't think he's beautiful. Like, I know this video's getting long and long, but could you imagine that bird? Like, I'm looking at that bird like, wow, he has such beautiful wings, like little yellow things underneath it, which you never really see. Wow, this is like a metaphor here, or an analogy. I'm gonna have to research that. But when the bird is sitting with his friends, his wings are down, and he looks like every other birds with wings, until he flies, until he goes, and then us grounders look up and see the beautiful wings that are on the inside. And so you gotta fly. You gotta get out there and fly. Flap your wings. Show your colors. Otherwise, you just look like every other bird out there. See, that's beautiful. That's poetic, man. I should write these down for when it's time for me to give my speeches. I got a wealth of these little quips. But I've always been this way. I don't need to write shit down. But I should. In fact, I'm going to go home and write these down. In fact, I'm going to write these down right now on my phone, because technology lets us do that. Let me sit down and write down all these things that I said. All right, we're going to end it right here. Drink my water. Listen to music. So thank you for watching, and be safe, and yeah, peace.